Ipswich Town got off to a winning start in pre-season, but might the Blues have to start the forthcoming campaign without one of their star Welshmen? We are going up! We are going up! And we are going up! We are going up! And we are going up! Good morning, afternoon or evening, depending on whenever you are watching this. My name is Harvey Bell, an Ipswich Town supporting content creator on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So if you do go on to enjoy today's video, please do subscribe and leave a like on the video down below. Town 1-0 winners against Shakhtar Donetsk in Villach, Austria on Saturday then. We will have more on that in a moment, but first let's jump back to Friday when Town's boss Kieran McKenna sat down with Town TV to discuss a list of absentees from last week's training camp in Austria. Amongst that list, and arguably the most notable name, was Nathan Broadhead, who is set to have missed out due to the fact that he picked up a knock against Reading in a behind closed doors friendly last week. That is, of course, quite worrying news because Broadhead is integral to Kieran McKenna's system and our success over the last couple of seasons. He was obviously integral in that back end of the season. We got promoted from League One to the Championship when he joined in January. He finished last season as the club's joint top goal scorer as we got promoted to the Premier League, alongside Connor Chaplin, of course, and it would be a massive blow if we did have to start the season without him. Of course, panic stations don't need to be out yet because we don't know the extent of his injury. He's set to see a specialist this week, Kieran McKenna has confirmed, so hopefully there'll be some more news on that front to bring you in Friday's video, but fingers crossed that he's going to be okay. We'll just have to wait and see though. Cameron Humphreys also picked up an injury in that very same game. Again, not too many details on what it was, but hoping he's going to be okay. He's a player that I do expect to be going out on loan this season to maybe a League One or a Championship club. And of course, we want him to be able to be fit and ready to make an impact at whatever club he does go out on loan to, because he needs to be getting regular football now at his age. I think he's been really promising for Town whenever he's made appearances. I do think that the Premier League might be a little bit too soon for him, so a League One or Championship move with regular football could do him absolute wonders. But he needs to be fit and ready to be able to take those opportunities. So fingers crossed that this injury isn't too bad. Another name on that list of absentees was Axel Twanzebe, that one due to an unconfirmed personal reason. I don't want to sit here and speculate as to what that could be, because it could be a really good thing or it could be a really bad thing. Whatever it is, I hope Axel's okay. I really hope he's doing well, and fingers crossed he's able to join back up with the group soon. Ali Al-Hamadi and Harry Clark also both missed out on the training camp. Those both missing out due to the fact that they're recovering from surgery that they had at the end of last season. So no idea exactly when they're going to be joining back up with the squad, but certainly not for now because they are both still recovering. Other than that though, Town did have a full squad out in Austria and it proved to be effective, getting off to a winning start in pre-season with a 1-0 win over Shakhtar. Sam Morsey, the goal scorer, really good goal. I don't exactly know what the Shakhtar player was doing by trying to chip the ball across his own 18-yard box, and you certainly shouldn't do that when Wes Burns is lurking. He intercepted, cut it back to Morsey with a really nice driven finish into the bottom left corner. Probably fair to say that Shakhtar did start the game the better of the two teams, but Town certainly grew into it. Obviously, Shakhtar did have the ball in the back of the net, but that was ruled out for offside. As soon as Ipswich got the goal, though, they never really did look in much danger of losing the game of football, and ultimately they ended up winning. It doesn't make much of a difference, these pre-season games. You can't really read too much into them because they're basically an extended training session. But what it does show is this team still has no idea how to lose, because even when it doesn't matter, they're still winning games. In terms of the new signings, though, I thought Ben Johnson at right back looked superb. He was very athletic in getting up and down. Lots of overlapping runs, which was really nice to see. Getting stuck into the challenges and looked very solid defensively. And I think he looks like he's going to be a really impressive player. Jacob Greaves at centre-back as well, bar for a couple of wayward passes, looked really athletic and looked like he's going to be a really commanding centre-back, certainly one that grew into the game, and I'm really excited to see what he brings over the next few weeks and months. Liam Delap came on in the second half, and I'll be honest, didn't have a lot to do, but what he did have to do, he was neat and tidy in doing so, and I expect to see more from him over the next few weeks, but certainly promising from what we saw and didn't do anything wrong. So, you know, as debuts go, pretty okay. As a little side note, it was nice to see that as the game went on, lots of younger players coming on, and I thought they all got really stuck in, done really well and done themselves proud. They certainly didn't do themselves any harm in trying to earn themselves further opportunities. I thought they was really good, and it's nice to see the next batch of Ipswich Town youth players coming through and trying to make the most of the opportunities that they've been given. As I alluded to just a moment or two ago though, these pre-season games, you can't read too much into them. They are an extended training session. They are just to get the players back fit and for the manager to try out some new tactics and new partnerships. And on that note, actually, one thing that I was quite intrigued to see was Morsey and Jack Taylor starting together. Now, it might just be coincidence. It might just be the fact that those two were randomly put together just to start the first public pre-season game. But I did wonder if this was maybe trying to build a partnership between Morsey and Jack Taylor. Purely speculation on my part. It may just be coincidence that them two started next to each other. But I do wonder if that's a partnership we'll begin to see more of in the Premier League. Ultimately, nice to see Town get pre-season off to a winning start, and they have got another few games to look forward to. Of course, Fortuna Dusseldorf, our friends, are coming to Portman Road on Saturday next week. Then we have a game against Borussia Mönchengladbach and Hoffenheim before ending the pre-season against OG Nice at Portman Road just a week or so before Liverpool at home in the Premier League. All very exciting, and one thing that I am really pleased to see that we've done is keep our squad together. Obviously, success does come at the price, and often that price is losing your best players. It certainly doesn't seem to be that in our case. The likes of Leif Davis, Wes Burns, Connor Chaplin, all instrumental to us getting to where we are now. None of them even linked with moves away, which is really nice to see. That was my initial worry when we first got promoted, that our best players might move on, but it hasn't happened. It hasn't materialised, and there's nothing to suggest that they will. So I just thought I'd mention that it was something really exciting that our squad has stayed together. I think it's really important to success as well to have a squad that has played together for a while rather than having too many changes. And it's for that reason that I don't think we'll make too many more transfers, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe a left-sided attacker, especially if Nathan Broadhead is going to be out for some time, and maybe another central midfielder. But other than that, I don't think there'll be too many more in that sense. Really nice to see our squad having stayed together. Really nice to see us getting our loan players and Amari Hutchinson back. Maybe Jeremy Sarmiento to follow, who knows on that front. But in any case, the squad is staying together. They know how they play. Obviously, friendships forming in there. Real good team chemistry. And that could be massive going into our first Premier League season in 22 years. Really pleased with the recruitment. Really pleased with the fact that we've been able to hold on to our key players, and it just makes me all the more excited for the forthcoming season. A number of pre-season games do remain, so looking forward to those as well. I'll keep bringing you these videos so long as there is a demand for them. But other than that, it is about it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.